The Mobile County Public School System presents Homeroom with Nancy Pierce.
Hello and welcome to Homeroom. I'm Nancy Pierce, Public Relations Supervisor for the Mobile County Public School System, and I want to apologize to you right away. I think the spring pollen and all that other stuff that's floating around the air has taken my voice somewhere. So if you see it, would you give it back, please? But I want to go ahead and do this segment because I'm very excited about it. It's a new program this year. I have two fabulous ladies with me to go over it with you. It's called the Envision Experience, and joining me is Lynne Brown. She is the principal.
Yes, ma'am.
And Joy Branch, who is counselor, helping you a lot.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Well, good. I'm so excited for anybody that doesn't know about it, because I think there are a lot of people that don't. We're really breaking ground with this, and also I think a lot of people who are not involved don't understand. What is the concept of Envision?
Envision Virtual Academy is online learning at its best. It allows students between grades 6 through 12 to have a homeschool experience through Mobile County Public School.
So all of their classes are taken online?
Absolutely. Students are allowed to study at their own rate. Students who are interested in accelerating their learning certainly excel at Envision. Also students who may prefer a slower pace. So pacing is a key element that helps with those students who aspire to become a part of Envision Virtual Academy, but it is truly online learning.
Wow. Who is behind them? I mean, do they check in the morning or in the afternoon with someone and run through a day? I want to join. I want to become a student with this. What would I be doing from the time I get up and get on the computer till the time I go to bed?
A typical day for an Envision student would be, it would probably start on a Sunday afternoon, because you're going to sit down with your mentor teacher, perhaps your learning coach, and the learning coach can be your parent, and you're going to develop a schedule. So if the schedule says that every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're online for 3 hours per day, that 3 hours may start at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because that's when your learning coach is available to sit down with you.
Okay.
But a learning coach involvement is minimal, because Envision is really designed for kids and students who are self-starters. They're motivated. So I may be a student who just enjoys reading, and students who have a strong reading background and math background really excel at Envision. And the flexibility might indicate that today is Monday, and my learning coach says that as long as I get 3 hours in, I'm good. So your day may start at 4 o'clock in the evening and finish around 7.
And all the classes, all the information is online.
Everything that
homework,
you need.
what they have to do. And
They
then
log in.
How's it checked and everything?
Okay, what students do is they log in.
Okay.
When they log in, the first thing that happens is when a student begins, they're given a pretest. The pretest determines which curriculum of study. So it's very individualized for those students who participate. And they are given a calendar, and they follow that calendar to completion. And so each day they complete so many assignments. They are pre-tested and post-tested. They take their major assessments here with us at our location at Student Services as they complete their content areas.
Oh, okay. So all the other tests are done online.
Yes.
Are they graded right away?
They are.
Okay, and even their homework would be graded right away.
Their homework is graded immediately. Now, when they submit projects, because they are responsible for projects, forums, reading activities, they have the same elements of a regular curriculum, because the amount of rigor that's involved in Envision is pretty substantial. And so those students who are self-motivated and who enjoy that hands-on opportunity in learning, the projects are a key element of success for them. And so it takes a little time, and once those projects are completed, they are graded, and they are graded by a person. and they're given feedback, because there is a three-way communication between parents, students, the learning coach, and the online staff to ensure that students are learning and acquiring the information that they need to be successful.
And progressing.
Yes.
Now, you also said it was you can do it at your own speed, basically. And so you might have some children that are behind. I would think this would also help them because they can, sometimes in the classroom, the regular classroom, you can get so discouraged because you can't catch up or you can't understand a concept. But with this being online, wouldn't that help them in a way?
Well, Envision is really designed for students who are at or above grade level.
Okay.
And the pacing element of Envision, and I'm glad that you shared that because sometimes it is a little confusing. Mm-hmm. The pacing comes in when you are determining how you will complete the assignments.
Okay.
So for a student who may be struggling in the regular classroom setting, Envision may not be the best fit, but that decision is made when we do your academic review. So
okay.
Any student that applies for Envision, we do a review of their transcript. After we review the transcript, we bring the student and the parent in for an evaluation review to discuss, is this a good fit? Because making the decision to be an online learner is a serious commitment.
Definitely.
And so the pacing is a key element, and if the student is already at or above grade level, pacing is then determined. Do you want to stay with the Mobile County Public Schools quarterly completion, or will you need a little bit of additional time? Mm-hmm. Because see, our school year starts in August, but our last day of school is July 31st.
Oh my goodness.
So yes.
Now, what's the big difference?
Well, you can extend the year, so
okay.
that way you can pace your learning.
Okay.
And it makes it a lot more flexible. We have some parents who are traveling nurses, and so that really works well for mm-hmm. them because they know how to their child can be with them and they can be a part of their learning, and they can design their schedule to start in August and then in July, or the child may be interested in accelerating their learning and completing ahead of schedule and maybe even progressing to the next grade level. Have
you had that? Well, this is the first year, so you don't know yet. But are you having students right now, are they keeping up in
this? Envision is a niche program, mm-hmm. and what I mean by that is those students who excel in an individualized setting, mm-hmm. who really enjoy learning, are doing wonderful. We have students, I have several students who have already advanced a grade level.
Oh my gosh, we have to take a quick break, but I want to talk with you, Joy, too, and okay. back with you, Lynn. So sit tight, and we will be right back, so don't go away.
If you keep tanning, indoors or out, the effects of harmful rays will show up on your skin. Wrinkles, age spots, and an increased risk of melanoma, the second most common cancer in women 15 to 29. Stop tanning. Time may not be on your side. Learn how to protect your skin at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
So what you want to do is, have you already enrolled? You're doing fine.
What did that just do?
Select the drop-down menu, I guess. Wait. You're already enrolled. Example here, so don't panic. You're ready to make your payment. Submit. There it is.
Oh my God! I really can't believe it. That's awesome.
Good for you.
Welcome back to Homeroom. I'm Nancy Pierce, and I have two very special guests with me to talk about Envision, which is our newest program. I believe the only one in the state. I'm going to check with them on this. I have Lynne Brown. She is a principal of Envision, and I also have Joy Branch with me, who is a counselor. So, I just forgot what I was going to ask you. Isn't that awful? Okay, well, we'll do that again. Okay. Let me talk with Joy for a minute. You were a counselor before at Murphy many years.
Yes.
What grade were you in? What grade?
All grades.
All
I did
grades.
Everything.
So you really dealt with getting kids scholarships, working with them on scholarships,
Yes.
deciding colleges, working on their grades, making sure they had enough credits, etc.
Right.
So what are you doing with Envision? What's your purpose?
Well, it is to provide those sorts of support services that you find in a regular school setting. I also spent a little time at a middle school as a counselor as well, way in the past. So there's been some experience with all of the ages of students that we have at Envision. Primarily, this will be academic counseling, the kinds of things that you talked about just then, being sure that they're taking the right courses to meet graduation at the time that they envision that they will meet graduation.
Good choice of words.
Yes. And then if other things come up where they may need coordination of services outside of the system, providing services like that as any school counselor would.
Well, good. So that's going to keep you busy.
Absolutely.
And I have a feeling that you two are going to work very well together.
We envision that.
We were talking, I know, right before the break about some of the students have even progressed to the next grade, correct? And that is incredible. That's neat. So they really aren't jumping a grade. They're just getting ahead of themselves or getting ahead. So they could graduate early?
Absolutely.
Do a lot of them want to graduate early, do you think?
A lot of our middle schoolers are very excited about being able to accelerate their learning. And also students who started out as juniors who really got the hang of Envision from the beginning are beginning to now take senior level courses. So graduation might be an option for a junior just coming into the program if their pacing is on point.
Sure.
And so it has really been really exciting to watch the students really grow. We are the first school of our kind for the state of Alabama.
Are there anywhere else?
There are other virtual schools in the area, but a virtual school that serves students 6 through 12 that is truly following the virtual school format, Mobile County is leading the pack.
We do that a lot for a lot of
Absolutely.
different things, and that's so good. I'm very proud. As far as your student numbers, your population, 6 through 12, do you have more in high school, more in middle school?
Actually, we're about 50-50.
Are you really? Well, that's good.
We really are. Right now, we have a little over 258 students, and it's right in the middle when we look at the data of the number of kids that we service. And it's pretty well spread out. Our middle school population tends to be very consistent in that the students who started with us are remaining with us.
Right.
We have some high schoolers who have completed, so then those numbers will change. Wow. But we accept students at the semester, and so we are looking forward to our fall enrollment, and right now we're currently accepting online applications for our fall semester as positions become available.
That is great. How are you trying to grow, have instead of 258 maybe having 400? Or there's got to be a top number that you really don't want to.
I think the purpose for Envision is to really provide the service for the community. And as the community dictates an interest in Envision and we're able to provide that, I believe that we will be able to grow in numbers. There is a lot of excitement and a lot of interest. And as the success continues to build, I expect that Envision will continue to grow, because online learning is nothing new. It is new to our community. It's a little different, but many schools have very large numbers. We really want to keep our setting as intimate and as individualized as possible. And so hopefully as we grow, the faculty will grow and we'll still be able to provide those type of services.
I think it is fabulous. I know, I'm not sure I would have done it. I'm not sure I have that kind of discipline. I hate to say that, but What, as far as the students, are they all pretty much the same in personality?
No. No,
Not at all.
no, not at all.
You said that you would not do this sort of thing, and
Right.
I might have found it difficult as well because I liked the social aspects of
Me
being in a
too.
group setting.
Right.
But in talking to a couple of the students, I have found that some of them are expressing their enjoyment of this program and experiencing success in this program for exactly the opposite reason, that they found the social setting distracting.
Oh, sure.
And
Absolutely.
as in this setting, they can concentrate on school and then do their social things outside of the learning environment.
So probably a lot of them have different activities, whether it be playing softball or baseball or
Right.
Right.
anything like that. So that's good, because I always worry about things like that. You've got to have the whole.
Yeah, you have to have the balance, and that's where your learning coach comes in to provide that additional support. Our main focus is graduation. That is our big event. But at the same time, we service kids from all walks of life. I have 1 or 2 students who are pursuing acting careers and modeling careers.
Wow.
We have gymnasts. And like I say, it works really well for kids who have been traditionally homeschooled, and they enjoy the homeschool environment. Here with Mobile County Public Schools, you know that you have a solid foundation. You have accredited diploma that you'll receive at the end of your learning opportunities, and it has really been a very exciting year for us. The kids that we service, like I said before, they come from all walks of life and all grade levels. They don't all have the same personalities. And we also provide, as we look forward to 2016, we will have more interaction, more learning opportunities for kids with online virtual trips, as well as projects that will allow students to be more active in the community as a part of Envision Virtual Academy, some service projects that will be a part of the learning opportunity. So there will be a lot of project-based learning that will build the foundation for our students.
Can they take any classes that really have, like most of the schools, you can take a class that doesn't fit in the core curriculum?
Our electives?
Yes.
We have a wide variety of
good.
electives, from foreign languages to career and business technical classes, and we expect for those opportunities to grow as well.
Do you find that most of the children work in the afternoon or in the morning, or it's probably the same as what you said about the different personalities?
Right.
Just depends.
It's really, really flexible because the opportunity to get online is available to students 24 hours a day, 7 days
that would
a
be
week.
interesting. Okay, it's 2 o'clock and I'm ready.
Right, and some
2
of the
a.m.
reports, when I read some of the reports, I see that I have students who are online at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
I mean, that might work for their
For them.
family setting.
Sure.
And so that's one of the beauties of Envision. But typically, I think for students who are traditionally involved in the regular school setting, a lot of times we'll find that learning coaches like to keep them with that same time of study. With older students, we find that the flexibility of options works really well for a student who works and has more time available in the evenings. They can get online because you do have an online teacher that's available to you. If you get stuck, if you have a question, they're just a mouse click away. Also, we have on-site teachers who are our Mobile County Public School teachers who are available. We provide online tutoring as well, face-to-face, because of the virtual platform that we use. You don't necessarily have to leave your home for a parent conference. We can conference with you virtually.
Okay.
So there are a lot of conveniences that are available for our families.
Oh my gosh, I think this is fabulous. When you started a year ago, at the beginning of the year, were you expecting 258 students?
Actually, I really believed in my heart that they were out there. I just didn't know they would come so quickly.
Yes.
Okay, and they did. We found that there is certainly a need in the community for virtual learning, online learning opportunities, and they did. They came, and we have a waiting list of students that are interested. And
Good.
so I would encourage anyone at this point in time, if you are considering Envision as an option, please go online, complete the application process. The application deadline is actually April the 30th.
Okay, so there's still plenty
There's still
of time.
And please visit the website. That should be the first step. There are testimonials of students who have actually participated this year. We have parent information available to you from parents who are a part of Envision. And then there's a full description of what student really qualifies. You know, there's some little questions you can answer for yourself before completing the application.
We have to take one more quick break. We'll be back in a minute. You stay put too.
Quiet, please. Wait a sec. I'll take one. Oh yeah. All right. All good. Take care. Way to go. Nice. Bring it on. Gotcha. I'm here for you. Oh no. Please, please, please. I'm waiting. Interesting. Not buying it. Not fair. That's it. This conversation is over. Oh, brother.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things.
I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke.
Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment, and that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
Hey.
Ready to go?
Yeah, but the fire's not out.
Close enough.
Close enough? If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. I mean, the next thing you know, you've torched our whole neighborhood.
Which is why we're not going anywhere?
Exactly. 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us again. We're talking about Envision, which is a brand new school that we have at Mobile County Public School System. It's online learning, which for some children, fabulous. For others, it might not work, but that's okay because we have other schools for that. So I'm talking with two fabulous people. Lynne Brown, she is the principal. Good to have you. I'm so glad you stayed and didn't run off. And Joy Branch, who is a counselor, and they both work so hard with these kids. For those of you who just are turning in, explain real quickly what Envision is.
Envision Virtual Academy is online learning for students 6 through 12 who are self-starters, who are motivated, and who really make learning a priority. They enjoy that close setting and that one-on-one instruction opportunity.
And you said they have to have a learning coach.
They do. Usually a learning coach is an adult who would fill in the gap. That is the person that works between the student, the online staff, and the school. That person helps with the student to kind of guide them, make sure that they're following the schedule, because students are required to be online a minimum of 20 to 25 hours per week in order to meet the pacing guide. Even though we're in school for an entire year, those hours count, and that is the attendance piece for Envision, because you are required to have regular attendance. They have to log on daily, and so your learning coach plays that role of just kind of supervising that learning process.
And you said most of the learning coaches are parents. I'm really interested in how they feel about this. Are they excited when they sign their children up? Hopefully the children were excited. But the parents, did they talk to you about their big reason why they were doing this?
A lot of parents feel that their students would thrive better with their nurturing. And so for that reason, a lot of our parents decided that they would be their students' learning coach. For parents who were typically accustomed to a homeschool setting, it was not a big deal. But parents who were not, it was an eye-opener, because you have a large responsibility there. You are the cheerleader for your student. You set the pace. And so for many of our parents, after they went through the initial shock, You know, you always hear, "Oh, if I was a teacher, I could do it better." Well, they have learned a very new respect for teaching because it is certainly an art.
And they only have one student that
Right.
they're dealing with, not a class of 25 or 29.
Right, and we don't expect for the parents to actually be the teachers. We really just want the parents to be the guiding force that leads the child. And keeping in mind that you have to be really honest about your child's learning ability. And so once you get online and look at whether or not your child would be a really good candidate, I think that's the key. Being honest. Is your child a good candidate, and are you a good candidate for being that parent? Because being the parent and the teacher, learning coach, it's a big job.
And if the parent wants it, but the student doesn't, it's just not going to work, is it?
I think that one of my parents said it best. Everybody has to be on one accord. It is truly, truly a partnership in learning, and if you are a family that will succeed with that partnership, you will do really well.
Sure.
And of course, we have had some students to come aboard because they thought that online learning was a quick fix. It's easier. I don't have to go to school.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Not.
Absolutely not.
How, as far as you have 6th through 12th, which is your heaviest grade right now?
8th.
8th.
Well, actually, 8th and 6th are kind of neck and neck.
Okay.
7th is in the middle. They are the largest class that we have. And then at the high school level, we have a large number of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and we do have a senior class this year. We're expecting to graduate students this summer.
When's your graduation? Isn't it June?
June the 18th.
18th.
Yes, and we are excited.
I know. And it's going to be here, isn't it?
It is.
At the in the boardroom?
Well, actually, it's going to be held in Cypress.
Oh, at Cypress Auditorium.
And if weather permitting, it will be on the grounds of Mobile County
That'll be
Public
beautiful.
Schools. So we are excited. This is our home.
Sure.
So we, of course, want our students to graduate from home.
Now, did you say at the beginning, or maybe I was just thinking, that we have some students that were homeschooled last year?
Yes, yes.
I would think it'd be such a great fit.
It is. Students who have been in homeschool and are considering Envision, it's a great option. It is an awesome opportunity, and we do have a large number of students from the homeschool environment who are taking the opportunity to be a part of Envision.
If you were in high school or in junior high, do you think you'd sign up?
For my learning style,
right.
I can answer that 2 ways.
Okay.
If I had had the option, I certainly would have been eager to take it because my background is in the creative and performing arts. So given the opportunity to have spent more time with Miss Ann and dance or be at Pixie Playhouse,
right.
Yes, I would have actually taken that opportunity.
I can understand that. I can understand that. Joy, what about you?
I probably would not have. As I said earlier, the social aspects of school really drew me. And,
did you get in trouble because of that?
No.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
No, I didn't. I went to a very strange high school. It was in Orlando, Florida, and almost everyone there had parents who worked at the Cape, at Cape Canaveral, as it was just beginning. And so it was an intensive academic
oh, I'll bet. You know what? We're out of time.
community.
And I'm very sad because I love to talk about this.
Okay.
This is fabulous. We'll have to talk
Thank
next
you.
year. Thank you so much, both of you. Continued success.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for watching and for listening.